Hi, this is Dr. Jones. In this video, I'm going to do the forecasting a stock price um, assignment M4A1 for Google Sheets. I've already done this with Excel, so uh, if you want to see how we got the data from MarketWatch, you can go to the Excel video and watch it there, and it'll show you how to do it and do it with Excel. But because some don't have Excel to be able to work with, I'm going to show you how to take the same file of data that you generate with your search and use it in Google Sheets. So what we're going to do, if you open up Google Sheets, we need to open a file, and I'm going to do an upload. And when you download the file from MarketWatch for my stock data, you'll notice it comes down up here. I'm using Google Chrome. Different browsers do it a little differently, but we're going to pull this data down and just let it go here, and it's going to open it up, and there it's very, very similar. Okay, now we need to resort the data as we did with Excel, but instead of resorting it with the labels at the top, we're just going to get the data itself. Highlight that, then click on Data, sort this range, and we're going to sort it from A to Z, and you'll notice now it is in the correct order of oldest down to newest data. We need to get rid of the open, high, and low columns. So I'll click on Edit and delete columns B through D. Then I need to get rid of that column as well. Delete column C now. I need to put in my label. I'm just going to do J instead of Jacobs. Then I need to put in the labels for the 3-week average and the weighted 3-week average, as I did with the Excel spreadsheet, just like that. And then go down to that third cell as we did and just start typing in my new formula. For the 3-week average, is just an average of the last 3 weeks. So equals average, open parentheses, highlight those 3 cells, close parentheses, and hit enter. And you'll notice that Google Sheets may sometimes give you, it's going to assume you want to do the same thing all the way down to the bottom. And we actually do. So suggested autofill here, I can go and instead of having to draw it down myself, I will let Google Sheets do that for me, and we will do the same thing here. Now, we're going to use the same formula that we used with the Excel one. So equals and 2 open parentheses, and if you need to understand why the formula is what it is, go watch the Excel spreadsheet and multiply that by 1, close parentheses, plus open parentheses. The second one multiplied by 2, close parentheses, plus open parentheses. Multiply the third one by 3, close parentheses, divided by 6. Okay? So I'm not going to go through the rationale behind that. It's already in the other video. But please feel free to go watch that if you need to. Then when I hit enter here, it also has the same suggested autofill using the formula I have up there. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now, notice all the extra decimal points in here. Just highlight those 3 columns. Notice up here you can change the number of decimal points, and by clicking on this one, it actually takes it to 3 decimal points in there. I'm going to leave it for that. That's fairly clean. I could make it off 2 or 4, but I'm going to leave it with 3. Now, if I highlight those 3 columns right here, and I click Insert and Chart, it's going to assume it knows which chart I want. And it's going to be right. I can change the chart later if it chooses the wrong one. But by clicking a chart, it comes off with a 2D line chart just like I like, because this is the normal one that you would use. But we have the same problem we had in the Excel, whereas we're going from 0 up to now this is 150 instead of the 160 that we had before with the Excel video. And so we need to change the range that we have here. We don't need it to go from 0 up. We're just going to go from 100 to, and I'm going to go to 160. Make it a little easier up there. Now, what that requires me to do is click on vertical axis. When I click on this right here, it's the vertical axis. And I'm going to go to the minimum value and put in 100. And then tab that over to max. You'll notice, if you look, it automatically has already changed the chart. But I want a little wider definition to this, and so we'll go. Now, I could have left it with 150 and more or less come up with the same chart out there. And there we go. There's my chart. And I can, again, discuss how well I think the 3-week and the weighted 3-week do at forecasting with a smoothing average out there, forecasting the stock price that you get for Jacobs Industries. And I would just write that down here as well. Just type in my text and have that saved just like I would do the other one, M4A1, last name, first name, and then upload that. Remember, you're going to need, with Google Sheets, we are going to need to change that to an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so when you save this, save it as an Excel spreadsheet so that it'll open up for the grader for this assignment. And that's how you do it with Google Sheets. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.